Rolling out there? Roxy, ¿verdad?
Roxana, sí, Roxy. Me pone Roxy.
You already know what it is, man. You be the underboss, the apex. My partner Hurricane Joe Easy in the building, and Fuego Talk is back with a very, very special invited guest. We have Roxana in the building with us today. Yeah. Hey. Roxana. Gracias por venir, Roxana. Thank you.
Encantadísima de estar aquí. Muchísimas gracias. Es un honor.
Pleasure to have
Gracias por venir. We're going to try to do Spanglish and English.
This is going to be the first,
I love the
first
flow,
Fuego Talk.
Spanglish, English, exactly. Como venga, como salga.
This is the first Fuego Talk, the first bilingual Fuego Talk.
Para arriba, para abajo, para el centro.
Adentro.
Gracias.
Gracias por venir.
So, este es el poder de Instagram. Como estamos ahora juntos, this is the power of Instagram. So,
estamos conectados. El poder de social media, ¿verdad?
Exactly, that the connectivity.
The connectivity, yes. Very beautiful thing. So, vamos a empezar un poquitico con un poquitico de history,
Yes,
de
of
background de lo que estás haciendo o lo que has hecho para llegar a este punto.
Perfecto.
Right? Roxana, Roxy. ¿Cómo es la compañía?
¿Me puedes decir? Mi compañía se llama Roxy Lynch.
Okay.
Roxy
Lynch, right?
Sí, la
Roxy
gente me
Lynch.
dice Roxy, Rox. Yeah. Right. So whatever makes you feel more
And
comfortable.
I know that you do like the heads, right?
Yes.
The headpieces.
Yes. I will tell you a little bit about how I came to this place. And I hope if you have questions, please ask me. Okay. Okay. Bueno, mi background, I'm a designer. I come from the graphics. I'm a visual communicator. Then I had a master in web design. Then I
master's
moved
degree.
here.
Master's degree.
Master's
Espérate,
degree.
tenemos que celebrar eso.
Hey.
Hoy en día, yeah, nowadays,
master's,
nobody
baby.
gets happy about degrees.
We
and, you
do.
know,
I
we
do,
always
yes.
celebrate the degrees.
Por
My
eso.
partner always likes to celebrate the women who have degrees and
It's hard
are
work.
committed to their,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
For your
Yes, it's not
contributions.
just hair. There are things here
Yes.
working very well.
It's not just beauty, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Beauty and brains.
Exactly. So yes, so my background is graphic, is digital basically. So I came here, I don't know if you know, but I'm from Venezuela, and the political situation there
It's
is
very bad.
Yes.
On the floor.
So we were having this strike, and the country was basically paralyzed, and thank you.
Yeah.
And in terms of creativity, I was having like a super low
Vibrations.
yes. So I said I really have to once again find something that brings the fire back.
Yes.
And I was working at the time with an oil company. Imagine me like
And-
executive.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's why Venezuela.
Nobody
I had to create an
why,
alter ego for that.
Right.
Yes.
That's why Venezuela went under, because of the oil crisis.
Exactly.
Let's be vivid. We have to understand that just for the
Yes.
people at home. Okay.
Exactly. So I did everything I could do for my country. Yo tiré piedras, yo marché, I protested.
And you
I
can't
did
do
everything.
Nothing. No puedes
Yes.
hacer nada.
So I decided, you know what, it's time for me to
go,
do a break,
change.
to come. Yes, and I needed to learn proper English. Not that I have achieved that 100%.
Well, you're doing great. You sound great. You sound great to us.
But the good thing that happened was that as soon as I came here, the third day after I arrived, I met my husband, who is this 100% gringo. So,
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Yeah.
That helped.
So you're lucky. You have an American to show you, right?
That's a good trick. If you want to learn proper English,
You
just
marry an American. There you go, girl.
Exactly.
Date
See
an
that,
American guy.
girls?
Find an American guy, girls.
Exactly. So I arrived to San Francisco. I wasn't living here back then. Then they called, I'm a Caribbean creature. I'm like a mermaid.
Yeah. Right.
So it was way too cold for me. I love the culture. I love absolutely everything. But I said to myself, este frío no hay quien lo aguante. Soy Caribe, soy sabor y de este fuego, exacto. No puedo con esto.
So did you want to go to San Francisco or did you just land there
I happened to be there because I was working already like with o sea, todo mi trabajo era a nivel tecnológico, era digital, y Silicon Valley está allá, toda la
everything is
tecnología.
over there, of course.
Exactly. So I met my husband dancing, además, gracias vida mía, porque Dios sabe lo que hace. Y bueno, long story short, me fui de San Francisco, me vine para Miami, así como en el dibujito del mapa, huyendo del amor y otras cosas, porque en realidad yo vine fue a estudiar.
Yeah.
O sea, los venezolanos no somos criados para dejar nuestro país. Nosotros más bien somos una tierra que le da la bienvenida. Abrazamos a los inmigrantes y los adoptamos como hermanos.
Claro.
Entonces, bueno, dije, no puedo con este frío, no puedo, me encanta, pero no, necesito mi playa, mi mar donde me pueda, de hecho, sumergir y nadar. Me vine para acá finalmente, o sea, mi esposo dijo, ok, no te vayas, no huyas del amor, se vino él. Al final dije, ok, nos casamos y bueno, almost 20 years have passed and I am here. But of course, once I got married, my life changed completely. I became a wife. I became a mom.
A mommy, yes, a mommy, of course.
Those are the biggest changes, right?
Yes.
That a woman goes through, right?
Exactly.
A young lady goes through.
More full-time jobs. More full-time jobs to add to the list.
And guess what? You don't get a paycheck at the end of the month.
Oh, no, you don't. You have to show up to
it's
work.
the hardest work
Those jobs are charity work,
Thank
right?
you.
Exactly.
Thank you for bringing that to the light.
Yes,
Because
we don't get at the end, and you are like, and you know what feels horrible, honestly?
you can't take a day off.
Once you are like, I worked since I am like 13 years old because I wanted to. Like, I want to have my money to buy like my brillito and my, my things without asking my mom. And at the end, it was like, wow, I have to ask my husband for money. I don't like this. But anyway, I mean, he has been a wonderful husband, wonderful father. But in some point, I said, okay, I wasn't just born to be a mom.
Right.
This baby needs to spend some time out of the house so I can take care of myself and be... Again, like a professional, the working woman I have always been.
So the work was calling you.
Yes, always. It never stopped calling me. Always
Never
was
stopped
like seducing me.
She's
like,
a workhorse. Es un caballo que trabajas.
Exacto. Entonces, bueno, nos vinimos para acá, para Miami. He got a job offer in Delaware. So basically, I spent 7 years of my life there. It was perfect to raise my daughter and to kind of like reinvent me, reinvent myself to do something different because also I had problems with my back. I had back surgery and I thought it was just being pregnant. My baby was a huge baby.
Big,
it was like a turkey. She was like 9 pounds.
Wow.
That's something else that women
don't get paid for. There you go. She's checking them off the list today. Thank you.
My son was 9 pounds, like 14 ounces.
What's this? My son and daughter?
Ovation to the mother of
your my son
too,
and daughter,
I salute her all the time.
My daughter was almost 16 pounds. My son was 15 pounds and 1/4 ounce, and my daughter was 15 pounds 3/4 ounce.
Tell me it was C-section, please.
Of course, they don't come out through that. They know they don't come out. That's what I'm saying, for real.
Wow. Okay, so now I feel
sorry. I got carried away.
No, it's fine.
My kids in the hospital were like celebrities. They look bigger in the incubator than everybody else.
I remember when
crazy.
They gave me my baby, like, I cannot believe I delivered this baby.
Wow.
And I did it with a huge herniated disc that I thought it was just part of being pregnant.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Wow.
So you didn't even know you had a herniated disc?
I had no idea because once again, I work since I am 13. I have always been, like flaquita pero poderosa, carrying weights and things. Yes. So it kind of like changed what I was doing before, and also the digital work is kind of like it isolates you. You, and it's never done. If you don't put yourself like a pause and says, this is good enough, like this is great enough to stop, like don't keep going. And but you have to do that. And it's very difficult when you are like a creative, a designer, an artist. You can keep going forever.
With creative work, you can always keep going, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So then I always wanted to create my own products. And I started to create some things, but the story behind that, because this is the beginning of why I do what I do, was my husband is African American. So my baby is biracial, bilingual, of course, bicultural. So living in Delaware, which is like a very much white state.
Right. Yeah, very white.
Exactly. My daughter was like the different of her class.
Of the yes.
And at the early age of maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, she started to be bullied.
Bullied. Yes.
Wow. Yes.
Poor girl.
So she had this beautiful curly hair, and one day she just cuts the hair.
Wow.
And she says, ¿qué? O sea, y lo hizo like 15 minutes before I had something in my house, like a gathering to honor my mom. She was visiting. She did it like 15 minutes before. And I'm like, no, why did you do that? So she told me that her friends didn't want to play with her because of her hair and her
Skin color.
Pobrecita.
No, o sea, te lo
That's
cuento
terrible.
ahora, pero en el momento
Oh, yeah,
me
you're
destrozó
dying,
el corazón
dying.
en 27 pedazos. So, yo empecé a hacerle headpieces super colorful y lindos, grandes, mientras le crecía el cabello.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it started from.
Así empecé.
Ah.
Entonces, al final, bueno, entonces llegaba al colegio sin the headpiece,
Yeah.
what is it? No, mommy, I gave it away. Like, why? Because Sharon is caring. Yo, but no, mommy, mommy did that for you. So anyway, then moms started to ask me for
What can I get?
things
Yeah.
for them, like little, hatinators, pieces like for Christmas.
No, look at that.
That's how it is. Beautiful.
Exactly.
God is beautiful. Eso es Dios. That's
Yeah,
God. That's
yeah.
how it
That's
works.
good all the
So-
time.
The hate turned into love. That's what I have to say.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for me, it was a way like to give her back, not just her, like their dignity to these little like Latinas that somehow are being, bullied
Right,
because of her heritage, and it was beautiful. So basically evolved, and nowadays my work is basically crown women to remind them about their greatness because we forget every day.
Yeah.
Is
That
to
is
honor
awesome.
them, is to celebrate them, and to give them try to empower them again, to make them believe that they are super
cool.
powerful.
You're automatically part of the Fuego family.
That's what it is,
Same
the
thing we're doing.
headpiece. It's the headpiece. It's the
Yes,
headpiece.
she's
crown.
killing it. That's great. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing because nowadays it's become, I think, even more than ever before. Like people are very they marginalize somebody just because of how they look, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
the way it works.
Yeah.
The world is working
Yeah.
right now, unfortunately. But
Yeah, my stepdaughter dealt with the same thing, the bullying a lot. She's
We all
very
did.
dark. Her father is Puerto Rican, but a little bit darker, and then ella salió así también, very dark.
Mulatica,
Dark skin,
mulatica.
But I was
but she would get bullied because of the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. If you haven't gone through bully stages, that
Yeah.
means you're lying. Because I was bullied in New York, and I'm a tough guy, but doesn't mean that
You have thick
it
skin.
didn't exactly. There wasn't a repercussion for that. So it doesn't. You're gonna get bullied. That's
it's true.
life.
But you know what? The thing is, I think, well, this
It's
is just
different
my
when you're
little.
young. Cuando no te puedes defender. But
yeah.
if you're 13, 15, hey, that's what it's for. It's
But
open.
the
it's
girls
all-
too. It's different for the girls, I think.
No, of course, of
yes,
course.
because it really makes you like shy and insecure. And
Yeah.
But the thing is, believe it or not, I mean, this is just my observation. I don't know if it's just cultural or generational or what, but I was bullied a lot when I was younger, like in high school and elementary school. But the way they did it, at least in my country, it was more like, we love you anyway. We're going to like chalequearte, es la palabra que
Yeah,
se usa en
yeah,
Venezuela,
yeah.
but we still love you. But here, what you see in the movies is what really
It's the
happens.
real- yeah, it's the
It's
real
like they
stuff.
put you in the locker and it's like, why? Why it has to be so cruel, you know? And that way, like the way I was bullied makes you like tougher.
Yeah.
But the other way is kind of like, it's too much. It's absolutely unnecessary, you know?
Yeah, it's very hurtful. It's very, there's a lot
It
of
traumatizes you.
Traumatized, yeah, very traumatizing. I mean, like I said, I think for girls, for young ladies, I think it's different. Because for us, like me when I was young, they used to bully me and say, "Oh, he's a fat boy, and then we just fight, bing, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And then you knock out a couple guys, and then they say, "Hey, don't even call
Yeah,
him
don't
fat.
even-
Let him
they
think he's
gotta
skinny.
respect
He thinks
it.
he's skinny. Let him
And
think he's
we
skinny.
know,
Whatever."
we know,
Because
that's
they
how-
learned, hey, that fat boy got hands. Don't even play with him.
It's true. And the thing is, women, I mean, they kind of like kitty cat fight. It's more like a verbal fighting,
not
and
really-
it can be even worse.
And those words hurt, right?
Yeah.
They say the words are
Like Mean
mightier than
Girls.
the sword, right?
Yeah.
They say those words cortan más que un cuchillo.
Sí.
Yeah, yeah.
Son horribles. Porque la palabra dicha, una vez que tú dices algo, no lo puedes retirar.
Yeah.
No, yeah. You can't take it back.
Yeah, so that's that's what I'm saying. I think for young ladies, for girls, that's a very, very tough thing to
A
go
tough
through.
age.
Especially nowadays with like the social media and all this stuff.
Oh,
that's
it's
going
Even
on, you know?
worse. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
mean-
It becomes even bigger than
You're being bullied and you don't even know the person.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need
The
wait
online
time out.
bullies.
That's a good
The
one. You
online
don't
bullies.
even know them.
Instagram algorithm.
Yeah, I don't even know you, and you're throwing
Algorithm
hate
bullies.
comments. What did I do to you? That means I'm doing
wow.
good. That means I'm doing something in order for me to get that. I'm different, so I know I get that reaction throughout my whole life, so that's fine. But for somebody that doesn't understand that engagement, they might get lost. I mean, and it is intimidating. Like, ¿tú me entiendes? Like, oh my God.
Por
He
su
says if you're not
PlayStation.
getting bullied, you're not doing something right.
You're not doing something right. know.
You gotta be doing something right
This
for you
is
to
the
get
world.
bullied.
Yeah,
Exactly.
This is the world.
Because sometimes the only thing that is behind that is just envy.
And
Yeah,
of course,
very
That's
exactly.
it.
What,
Very
you wanna
It's
true.
just
laugh?
envy.
What's
They
this?
want to be like you.
You
Y
wanna
mucha
laugh?
gente proyectan. They project
The hate.
their own insecurities and their own hate for themselves onto you. Oh, you because you know what I'm saying? That's what
It's
they feel
emptiness.
inside. Yeah.
Watch this. I was just gonna say, you get bullied in traffic.
Facts.
Stop! Don't get me going. And el
road
tráfico,
rage.
as
Road
soon as,
rage.
that's why I ask her, how was your travel here? I ask everybody, como
Yeah.
fue, because I know that you get almost crashed 50 times a day, right?
Oh no, it's so crazy.
Let's stop playing. It's
I
de
have-
verdad, we're in Miami. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It was like maybe 1 week ago. I was, in a stop sign,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy, because I live very close to school, traffic time, pick up,
It's chaos.
rush
Chaos.
hour.
All the parents,
and of course,
grandparents,
all the moms are like,
and the phones, yes.
and,
Dopamines. The
and
dopamine.
I live in a cul-de-sac,
Oh, nice,
so
nice.
I really have no other way to
Yeah.
take but that route.
Yeah, that's it. Only the mailman and the electricity guy goes there. By the way, we
Yes.
lived in cul-de-sacs.
So
Go ahead.
it's like a deal, and it's my time to pass,
Yeah.
And this it was actually a lady. I'm like, girl, like,
It's my turn.
Shouldn't, yeah. She was like, what? And it was my time to pass, and on top of that, she's like, ¿qué?
Sí.
Yo paso.
Yeah.
Esa es la guapería en Miami, la guapería.
You're not going, you're not going too far. Oye, man. If we're in traffic, you're not going far.
Exactly.
You're staying
I
right
will
there.
catch you like 5 seconds later.
Exactly. You're not going. That's the thing
Yeah.
about traffic.
And that's the
how
thing, yeah.
crazy it is. So I laugh. Yo lo dejo a todo mundo. Hey, buddy, go. I'll see you right now. And then I might pass you 2 cars
You
later.
haven't like give a finger someone and then you I've seen
No,
that.
it's normal. In New York, it's
Don't
normal.
do that in Miami because they
In New
catch up
York,
to you quick.
in New
Yeah.
York, it's normal. Todo el mundo es papa, and you just go. Like in New York, it's different. The speed. Aquí ve un accidente. Here, you see a traffic, and people are still stopping. Come on, guys.
Because
we don't
everybody
need
wants to look and see who
we don't
crashed.
want to stop.
Only in date.
Only
right?
in date,
Only
go.
date, yeah.
Shout out to Only in Dade, man. But yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting. It is what it is. So you lived in San Francisco, Delaware,
Yes,
and Miami.
San Francisco, Miami, Delaware,
Back to
Miami.
Miami.
And I
When you
told
came
my
back.
husband, you will take me out of here like incinerated. There is no way I will leave Miami
not leaving
ever
Miami.
again. I
Wow.
mean, like, no. I here have everything I need to be happy. And I'm not saying I cannot find that somewhere else, but right now, Miami is where I want to be.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah. No, Miami's Miami's beautiful. I love it. Like we love it too. I mean, it's a great place to live. It's getting very saturated, though,
Very
right?
condensed.
Like ever since
condensado.
like the pandemic stuff.
Well,
like,
we
it's
were
been
here
flooded, right?
first,
Yeah,
so-
we've been here.
Exactly.
And we're not going
You
anywhere.
guys got a good
Nah,
fight
I'm
ahead
good
of
for
you.
now.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
that
yeah,
much.
yeah,
Tenemos
yeah.
una pelea alante de ustedes que va a ser very, because only rich people are coming here. So I tell everybody good luck.
Well, that's something
ya él
very...
está renunciado. Él se quiere ir
Yeah,
ya.
woo.
You know what? That's something very interesting that the subject you are bringing, because with the pandemic, basically that got even worse, and I was thinking like, wow, what is going to happen here, because we are getting all these people coming from other states. Well, immigrants too, actually, people from Brazil,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Immigrants too.
Yeah, like
And
wealthy
people-
immigrants
And people moving from
No,
other
Big
states. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So the thing is, and all these like rich millennials that are making like $200K a year, like and I'm just thinking about the Miamians, like native people, people who was
Salary
born and
is
raised here. Like, what are they
$52,000.
going to? Why do they have to leave their city? I know what is that. I know what it means to be. Because once again, when I came here, I was supposed to go back like top 2 years. I gave myself 6 months, 2 years, 20 years here.
Yeah.
I'm still here. So it's not easy. And we all know, because we are all immigrants. Well, I am assuming. I don't know if you were you?
Well, no, I was born here. I was born in Chicago, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How about
so
you?
my parents
I was
Que vienes de la
in New York.
islita.
My
I
parents
got
were
a German
Oh,
last
cool.
name. But
Well,
we try to be
then-
Dominican.
I know how it feels.
I'm a white.
Because
I'm a white German. You see, I'm white.
You were born
America.
here too, right, Sam?
Yeah, in my hand, Papa. Oh, I was gonna say, perdón. Maybe we should lower her
No.
chair so she could drop a little bit. Is that her?
Do you
back?
think so? No,
Aquí
I'm perfect.
No,
I'm
aquí. Hazle así un poquito.
Yo, un poquito más?
Yeah, a little bit.
Primer
To drop
planta
her.
baja.
Luego,
What?
Right there. It's perfect. That's perfect. Ahí está bien. Because of her back. You got me? Estamos
Thank you.
bien.
No, I
Gracias.
was, por favor,
Thank you.
lo que
She's
ustedes necesiten, yo lo hago. Okay, so I was thinking about that, and it's very sad, because it's like people who really know about the history and culture of Miami are forced to leave.
Right.
You always have to welcome change because it makes you grow. But there should be space for all of us.
Listen to that, guys. Take notes because
take notes.
Welcome change because it makes you grow.
Remember, take notes. All the houses in Miami are like $1 million. So take notes on that.
Not all of them, but
they're all there already.
You can rent your closet. In San Francisco I used to live there in an efficiency, very small place.
Yeah.
I remember when I left there, it was like one lemon, $1 here, $1, 12 lemons. So that was the rate.
That was
yes. Wow. And now I think it's like $1. That would be the equivalent.
Yeah, we're up there now. Yeah, it's getting up there. Yeah.
Exactly.
The cost of living in Miami has I mean,
it's
everywhere.
that we're a hot city,
Everywhere.
the biggest city. Listen, we are the biggest, we are the biggest city. Listen, I could talk because I travel the world and I know what's going on. When New York and California wants to come here, remember, it only used to be New Yorkers here, los otros. Like you said, you're from Delaware. I'm familiar with Delaware. It's very pleasant. When California is around almost 40-something million people and they want to come here, not to Texas, it's a lot of people. You know, understand? It's all California tags, Michigan tags. I can tell you, like I said, South Carolina, it doesn't stop. Go ahead. It doesn't stop.
No, I mean, our state is big enough, but everybody wants to be
in Miami. That's the thing. That's the thing.
It's not like distributed.
Not Fort Lauderdale,
Miami,
not West Palm Beach, not Tampa, not Gainesville. That's what I'm saying. Not Orlando. Keep going. Not Tallahassee, not Jacksonville.
Exactly.
Yo quiero estar in Miami.
Yeah.
And
especially the Latinos, right?
Yeah.
It's like we all want to just come to the city.
Venezuela, Nicaragua, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, sigue.
We got
Cubans. Los cubanos estaban aquí ya desde the 70s.
Yo creo que aquí hay más cubanos que en Cuba.
Well, I think we got. I think the Cubans got Hialeah. We took over Hialeah.
No, this is theirs. We know that. Pero ya hay
the Venezuelans took over Doral.
Venezuela, Westonzuela.
We left Little Havana to the Nica.
Dominicans took over Alapata. You know, we got Alapata.
Yeah.
Wynwoods is just businesses, different people. Yeah. Wynwoods is who would you say is Wynwoods?
The Boricuas.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans.
Wynwoods, yes. I mean, I used to live actually very close there, and it has changed.
It has changed a lot.
It has changed.
Just like Little Havana,
Yeah. It is different now.
You know, Miami's changing. It's constantly changing. I think it continues to grow. Yeah,
it's part of its charm.
Absolutely,
yes.
It's part of the charm.
Because it's never the same. It's like you go to visit. Actually, like my own neighborhood, it's like all new establishments, demolitions, new buildings.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
So you can lose reference on where you were before.
Fast.
Especially in places like Wynwood, for instance.
Yeah, of course.
That all the time
it's growing
renovating.
and changing. Yes.
It's funny.
Yeah, Citadel.
We were just talking about that today because this morning we had a shoot, so I took all the guys. I went and I bought them from the bakery, from Vicky Bakeries. Shout out to Vicky Bakery, and we bought them all the pastelitos and the croquetas and stuff. Brought it to the set so that everybody could have, and everybody's eating. Everybody's, oh my God, it's so good, all the young guys and stuff. And then they're all talking like, oh, where'd you get this from? Vicky Bakery. You guys don't know about Vicky Bakery?
No.
And it's like they don't know. Like the young people don't care about the pastelitos and the stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, this is like a thing of the past already. This is like culture, and it's like, how long is that gonna last? Like, Vicky, of course, Vicky's got a great chain, but what I'm saying is, ya no quedan esos bakeries, like those old school bakeries, right?
Ya no quedan.
Pinecrest Bakery started going crazy.
Right.
Esos son se volvieron locos, pusieron locaciones por toda la parte. Pinecrest Bakery, look for them.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Pinecrest is awesome. Yeah,
crazy.
Pinecrest Bakery is awesome too. Yeah.
But I think those classics, I think they are adapting.
Yeah, they are
little by little,
They're
and
evolving,
I think it's
little
good.
By little,
Okay, I will give you this example, which it can be like outrageous and kind of saddens me, but at the same time, it's kind of renovating as well. I live now in Coconut Grove. Coconut Grove is the oldest neighborhood of Miami.
No, like Miami Springs is.
Is it? Miami Springs?
Yeah, Miami,
before Coconut Grove?
Miami Springs. Look at it.
Really?
Miami Springs. That's what my friends are. Yeah, Miami Springs. Go ahead.
So now I have seen, for instance, they just evicted a lady who had 30 years with her business there. Wow. She's part of the
community
heart of Coconut Grove. And all these companies are, investing. They are once again, like
expanding,
demolishing.
expanding.
And she was like, when I'm going to do, and she's now maybe in her 70s.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Wow.
So it's like, I don't have the energy to start all
go
over again.
over.
Well, the neighborhood was so beautiful with her, and everyone gave her their support.
The charm,
I think she's about to reopen. Maybe she opened 1 week ago. In Coconut Grove, they found a place for her,
location,
and it's so beautiful. But it's important to keep
That
traditions
treasure,
alive
yes.
and to
Absolutely.
respect like yours.
Their space.
Right.
That,
It's the
exactly.
space they created. Their space. You
Those
can't
jewels,
take them out.
Exactly.
those jewels need
Some
to be
things are
protected.
untouchable,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Facts.
I agree.
But everyone doesn't have a heart when it comes to business.
I know.
Nadie tiene
money
corazón.
talks.
It's money.
Money talks.
When you're going up,
Very true.
when you're not, this is what I said about Miami. It's not no more first floors. It's Miami's going up. So
Yes.
that space,
Yes.
Very, very limited, yeah.
it's a whole different ball game there. Very different now.
Yes, actually, there is a beautiful house there that is like actually is insanely beautiful
Immaculate.
and valuable. No, it's from the 50s, but it's so it's beautiful, mid-century. Everything is intact, everything is original. And there was this girl who, she I love her so much. She's an entrepreneur as well, very young, very vibrant, and she convinced the owners to rent her. She's an interior designer too, so she convinced them to rent her the house. And she wants to buy the house, but that's the fight. Like the house, the land is more valuable
Then the house.
Then
once
the
they
house.
demolish the house.
That's what I'm telling everybody. They
And
don't get
it's
it.
a you, and she's like, no, like I promise, I'm going to make you see how beautiful this house is. And she has already maybe by 6 months by now. Let's see. I hope she wins. I hope she convinced them, and
The
we can
acres-
keep that.
Look, the acres in Kendall. You're familiar with Kendall?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so watch this. You're familiar with 184th and 137th? If you go,
Kind of. I mean,
okay,
kind of.
they build new
Quail
development.
Roost and
Yeah, Quail Roost.
137th.
Well, right there, Quail Roost. That
Uh-huh.
used to be un viejo Los Soto that we know because we're very popular. We know a lot of people. He had a bamboo field there, and he was bought out. But watch this. At the time he was bought out, it's $1 million an acre. Yeah, where we at, brother? That's what I'm trying
It's a
to make.
difficult-
It's $1 million an acre. It's the different conversation. Porque yo sé, we know the back end. We don't know fluff. Nosotros sabemos the real business. So that's what people are not paying attention to.
You
so
can't get paid off of the fluff.
It's
And
very
that's the
expensive.
thing. It's like we said last night. We were discussing this, where the big corporations are coming and taking over. Similar to like the big pharmacies, the big Walmarts, right? They're taking over all the little mom and pop stores.
Knocking them out.
There's no more bodegas. There's no more. Sedano's are still in the game, like we
It's
said.
fighting,
right?
like
Publix, they're
those.
still fighting, but like those big chains take over everything.
They kill
but,
them.
But you know what? I was wondering, like, why they cannot do things like, let's say, I will put this example, like Spain. You go to Spain, and you see that they preserve the character of the old architecture, like all the
Yes,
history.
yes.
You can invest money, you can make it contemporary, but still respecting like the
Respect.
integrity,
Respecting,
the
yes.
Not
identity
here.
of the building.
Yeah, but Europe is totally different.
You wanna
Europe
know-
is like
I'm gonna
that,
show
right?
you why.
Europe
Yes.
tiene eso,
But
they respect
I'm
those
gonna let her
values,
know
right?
why. Watch this. Te explico really simple. Remember always, America is for sale. That's why.
Boy, you're
America, you gotta understand. I've been to Spain. That's like my favorite. Spain and Canada, I love that. I'm gonna buy a house in Spain also. But it's exactly the integrity. I went to see a castle, the second oldest castle in Spain.
What did you say? Because America's for sale.
America is
America's
for sale.
for
It's true.
sale.
It's
That's-
been for sale.
That's what's
Papi,
ugly
it's
about
everybody
capitalism,
wants
right?
to come here to make money. Hello,
Yeah,
let's speak reality. Yo no quiero hablar fluffy talk.
No,
This
it's
is
sad, it's
reality.
sad, yeah.
Aquí
It's
we
very
want to
true.
come here to make money, and that's it.
Yeah.
And everything is for sale. He's got a minute. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. You're absolutely right.
I mean, I think, yes, like identity, culture is so important that
Yeah.
money cannot speak
Cannot
louder.
buy it. Yeah.
It shouldn't.
It's
It
preserved.
shouldn't.
It's
And that is on us.
Yeah, it is on us. Exactly, it is. It definitely 100%. But it's okay. People are protecting the Everglades. Look at how many billions people. Put it this way: que la gente, they don't even care. The billionaires, they throw money at the Everglades and they don't want their name involved. Go look if you're gonna try to touch the Everglades. See, there's the fight.
Yeah.
You can touch everything else, but the Everglades is ours. Go look at the Keys. We only allow a certain amount of people each county in the Keys. They're not building more houses.
Facts.
So these are the areas where you want to establish yourself at, where it is protected.
Very few.
Very few.
Little Haiti just went for sale.
Well, I guess everyone will want to know how do they get on the last list.
Who the last?
Protected too.
On that list.
How do
on
they
the
get
protected list.
onto that list?
You gotta know
so
people.
they are protected as well.
You gotta know people.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, man. It's not everything in America is kind of like based around money, right? It's capitalism, right? So it's all about. It's not a friendly environment.
Some things need to be based on feelings.
Yes.
And
That's why we need a woman.
That's how
president.
women. That's how women think, right?
And be in touch with their feminine
Women would be like,
energy
women,
and flow.
Women will give us 4 days of work and 3 days off, or
That's
a
what you
siesta.
think?
Yeah, like
That's what you
go to
think?
work from 8 to 12, go back home from 12 to 4, and then go back to work from 4 to 8. Like
Yeah.
they do in
Women don't
Spain.
take no
And
days
then
off.
once you put everyone in bed, including your husband, then your me time is when it starts.
There you go. Yeah. You see?
Very true. Very true. I guess you do have a point there. So you think a woman would make a better president?
Yes.
What do you
They
think?
would change
What
the
do you
world
think, Roxy?
drastically.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
the world.
a God has to be good enough with me that he will have to let me live to witness
Yes.
that
It's coming,
moment.
yes, it's
Are
coming.
you a
In my
citizen?
life.
Are you a citizen? Are you a
Yes,
citizen
I am.
already? So you vote?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you.
It's coming. No, we're going right into that already. See that?
I have to ask you because he always does it first.
No, go.
So I want to know.
Well,
20
you can ask, but I do
You don't
not
have to
want
answer.
to respond.
Okay, wait,
Well,
first about the
I
hat.
have the right to remain silent.
Ask about the hat.
What about the hat?
We didn't talk about the hat.
Oh,
see?
thank
gotta,
you.
I see it's so beautiful. It keeps shining at
All right,
me.
I'll hold my question till later. Go.
Oh, thank you
Talk
so
to me about the
much.
hat.
That's so with the
Well,
hat.
this is, I think, as I was telling you before, every woman should always wear her crown.
Yes.
And I have many ways to do it. So, of course, this is my crown tonight.
Wow, very beautiful crown.
Thank you. This is a piece, part of a collection that is called Rock Posh, which is basically shows the good and the bad side of the girl, like the good girl and the bad girl. And it's made of out of Swarovski crystals. And these pieces are vintage from the 60s. That's why it shines how it does.
Damn. See?
Yeah.
Is this your original design?
Oh yes,
That's a
I
vintage
put
hat,
one
yeah.
by one.
One by
Like
one.
it's a labor of
Yeah,
love, and I
yeah.
love to do it. It's yeah.
And those are the best, like the Swarovski crystals are like the best.
Yes, it's the
crystals.
best quality. I
The
mean,
best
you
quality.
have you have different.
There's other ones,
brands.
but like Swarovski is like the best, right?
Swarovski is a brand.
Right.
It's not like a type of crystal, but it's the most popular because the
Right.
quality is super.
Outstanding, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I learned
So-
about those with my buddy, my big bro Juice. Shouts to Juice from Heads Up. He always uses those like when he does like shirts. He used to use them. He doesn't do those anymore, but he always used to use those same ones.
Yes, no, this
Very
I mean it's very
interesting.
comfortable and it's of course it shines wherever you go, so it's like a starting conversation piece.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're a little shy,
Looks
or
so cool. Yeah.
you just put it on the seat. It does the work for you.
So this is an original Roxy.
of
design.
course, yes.
Awesome.
And
You kind of said something too fast that people at home might have missed it, but I didn't. I use this all the time. Conversation piece.
yes,
Without talking, you're inviting that energy to you to start the conversation.
It's a conversation.
Okay, guys,
starter.
it's a conversation piece.
Take
Learn
notes,
about
guys.
that.
Take notes.
It's free game
Just
all day
wearing,
around
just
me.
wearing a cool
Yeah,
piece
it-
like
it
that
attracts energy.
will get you in certain conversations.
It attracts energy.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's beautiful.
yeah. And the other thing is, what is more important for me is that when you wear either a hat or something that really makes you like shine from within, your attitude really change.
You glow.
Everything
You
is
glow.
like a woman when she's in high heels.
Yeah.
The attitude
Yeah,
is
it's
not
like-
the same. I mean, I work with models all the time.
Like, she's looking at her going like this. You already know.
Imagine.
You already
The
know.
Virgo
baby.
goddess
Yeah,
is
see?
feeling you.
If they were here, the room would have
Shouts to
gone
Mark the
crazy.
Shooter and the Virgo
And I
goddess.
have
That's the
seen
fan.
it. I mean, I'm not like a high heels fan. I used to, when I was like younger, of course.
But now
But
you're a
once you become a
mommy.
mom,
You're a
you are all the
mommy.
time like this. Your back. It's just not practical anymore. But I work with models all the time. So
Yeah.
So it's so interesting to see them when they are, because mostly the shots are like headshots. So
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
really need to wear high heels,
Got it.
It's only when you are doing like full shots. But when you do it without them wearing high heels,
It's a different. You can
They
see
don't
the
feel the
energy.
same.
As soon as they put them, it's like they change,
diva,
and I love.
es
It's
una
like
diva.
they become like a peacock.
They snap, they snap. See, that's what I'm. See, this is the thing
Funny.
that we need to pick up because this is what we need to incorporate.
For me, it's like when I wear a suit. Every time I put on a suit, I feel
you
better.
know that exactly.
Your
You know, man
attitude
with a suit and a
changes.
tie,
You
you
feel
feel
like
better.
confident.
Can I
like,
say, you see what he said? I wear a suit y las mujeres doesn't. That's why I
it's
stop.
non-stop,
When I work by the bank in South Beach, I wear a suit and
the girls just
it's
they don't stop.
It's insane.
It's
insane.
Pass by in the car. Oh, yeah.
It's insane. I wear the suit with my girlfriend, but
He
me
drives
wearing
him
a
crazy.
suit, I can't do that no more. No way. I would not do
Especially
that.
when he shaves.
It's
When he
a
shaves, he
problem.
looks like a kid again. You're like,
Cuando se pone un
God.
poquito color.
Chamaco, oye.
Thank you. They say I look good for my age today. Somebody complimented
You
me.
look
Like,
brand new, kid.
like one of my son's business owners, I went back to where I'm from and I went into a business that been there since 1989. And I'm like, hey, tell your brothers what's up, tell your dad. He's like, I know you. And I'm like, he's oh yeah, I know you. And we started talking and he's like, you know, I'm like 50 now, right? He's like, no way.
You look like
he's
like 35 at most.
Yeah, thank you. He's like, no way,
Yeah,
but
you
you look
definitely
good
don't
for
look great.
50.
Yeah,
Latin
you don't look great.
He said you look good for 50. A lot of people at 50 is you know, it's different. So I told him the trick is a lot of water, a lot of laughter.
Exactly.
That is the trick. There's
no, you
no
forgot-
other
you
Al cuerpo
forgot.
hay que darle lo que el cuerpo te pide.
Perdón, I'm gonna.
You
because,
forgot.
Perdón. Cuando I go to sleep
He
at
goes to
6:59 in the morning, and I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, excited. No, te lo digo. If you know me, you'll be like, this guy's crazy. Yeah, excited. He understands.
He's hilarious. He says that all the time.
De verdad,
He's so
no,
funny.
de verdad.
No, hay gente que se para en la mañana y es un ogro, y hay gente que se para feliz. Buenos días,
Este es así.
alegría.
Este desde por la mañana está jodiendo. Está
¡Qué
llamando,
bueno!
mandando texts. Oye, despiértate. Oye, mira que. Este non-stop, non-stop.
La vida is that because you only have a short
exacto.
time, and then you get older, and the next thing you do is sit on the couch all day like our grandparents. Yeah. You time out,
Yeah.
and then you only could think about what you were supposed to do in life.
And all the time you wasted.
Exactly. Instead of doing and do.
Yeah. No, ya cuando llegas a ese punto, you can't even, that's it. You can't do
your
nothing
bones
else.
don't function.
Just
Look,
relax,
Who
yeah.
wants to, another thing I say, who wants to, unfortunately, I've seen this through many different eyes, but there's not a lot of people. I hanged out with my elders. That's why I have a different wisdom. But there's not a lot of people that want to hang out with old people.
Standing
So
ovation.
I
You hung
understand
out
that.
with your elders?
With my
That's so
grandmother all day.
beautiful.
I knew the game
You
before
should
they
be-
knew the game.
You are like the wiser man.
See, that's the difference between
Among
our
your
generation.
friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got carried away. I knew the game before you knew the game.
Yeah.
How
no,
about
that's
that?
the difference between our generation and like the new kids. They don't want to hear nothing
They don't
from
want
the
to
old
hear.
people.
They don't want to experience.
We always, I used to ask
Yeah.
my mom and my papi, oye, people, ¿cómo es esto? Ma, ¿cómo? You know?
La experiencia,
¿Cómo
el
funciona
experience.
esto? Yeah.
That's what you can't get.
Yeah, we're from that era. It's a different thing. Nowadays, tú tratas de decirle algo a alguien
Yeah,
joven
se
y te dicen,
ponen-
viejo, ya, deja de eso.
Pero ¿sabes cuando ellos van a como a reflexionar?
Notice?
O sea, cuando les llegue el momento,
He was
van a ser,
right.
sí,
Yeah.
van a
And you
ser
know
los
that
que
comes,
más
yeah.
adoran a sus abuelos y los que más los van a valorar.
No, gracias a Dios, por lo menos los hijos míos, they're very much like that, like us. You know, a ellos les
Well, you
gusta-
have done a good
Yeah,
job.
Yeah, gracias a Dios. Yes, thank
Give
you.
a pat
Thank
on
you.
your back.
Thank you. No, so I feel blessed because of that. Porque los hijos míos sí son así, and they ask. They're
Yeah,
always
yeah,
they
yeah.
sit down with us, and you know, especially my daughter with her mom, and they're always, you know, she's very, very, and even her grandmother.
The tie like
Yeah,
that.
we're very, we're very much. They're very much, you know, in our lives, and siempre pidiéndonos advice and things like that. So
Well, that's beautiful because
that's a blessing. Yeah.
to keep tradition and history alive,
Eso es lo más
those
difícil.
conversations need to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing that you are aware of that and you are actually putting it in
Thank you.
practice.
Thank
So,
you. Yeah,
Lo
definitely.
estás haciendo muy
I
bien.
think we all should definitely strive for that. You know what I mean? That's something that we should definitely keep, and especially the families, like having dinners together and going to
love
like
that.
church
That's
on
my
Sundays
thing,
and
bro.
things like that. I think should always be maintained
That's my
and
thing.
kept
Of course.
alive. Yeah.
I mean, I will tell you something. It's sometimes difficult. I mean,
It is.
I had an 18
Very
years old
difficult, yeah.
daughter. I just dropped her like 2 weeks ago to college, and
Here in the state or somewhere else?
it's California.
Oh,
La
somewhere
abuela.
else. She didn't go up the block. She went.
No.
Do it again.
she
She went like this. She went
no.
like this now.
Yeah. So we're back to
Yeah,
Cali.
like, yes, and then
But
yeah.
that's great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I of course, it's
Congratulations.
Going to be,
Yes, congrats.
I mean, I was still like, I don't even want to think that much about it, but I know it's for her growth.
For her growth,
etc.
exactly.
But one of the things, like talking about, tradition, and sometimes it's very challenging because a teenager, the only thing to want their life are their friends.
Yeah.
But then when you see them, it's like now is when she's going to prove all those values, all those things,
that
all
you
those
learn in the house,
conversations,
yes.
and you will really notice. Even though you believe it never happened because las cosas le entran por aquí, le salen por aquí, es como que hazme caso muchacho, and they live in their own world.
They never pay attention. They never pay attention.
Exactly. You will notice that they do. They just don't show it to you.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's smart. It's real talk.
That is like,
She said something real right there. Very real.
But it's true. It's true.
Roxy se la llevó, yes. Very true.
I hear my mom talking
Very
that,
true, porque a veces los niños me dejan así friqueado. They'll tell me something.
Y tú
Coño,
en el
papi, ¿tú no te acuerdas que me dijiste?
ay, qué
You were
lindo,
listening?
sí se acuerda.
Yo pensé que no me estaba escuchando. No, si tú me lo dijiste todo, tú me explicaste.
My friend tells his son, el amigo mío le dice al papá, I already stopped listening to you 30 minutes ago. Pero no, ready? Así que se pone. But I told el amigo mío, un pan así, yo digo, tú sabes que el hijo solamente jode contigo to get you like that.
Claro, como que
I said,
oscuridad, ¿cómo es que? Oscuridad para luz para la calle o oscuridad para la casa.
Claro.
Hey, yo le dije que ese es el best one that I ever heard. Como you tell your parents, hey, I stopped listening to you 30 minutes ago. ¿Tú me entiendes? Like, damn, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hold on, my nigga. Like,
carajo.
like, Jesus.
But they do listen, though. It's true what Roxy says. They do listen.
They do.
Yeah. And you're fortunate if they do. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, a lot of kids nowadays don't. You know what I mean?
Well, it's what I say. Si te lo he dicho por lo menos 18 veces con que se te quede una. O sea, la mitad de una. Ya,
That's
mi misión.
That's the mother in her kicking in. Muchacha, si te lo he dicho 20 veces, por lo menos.
400 veces. ¿Hasta cuándo te vas a repetir lo mismo?
¿Sabes lo que el hijo mío dice? My son, yo le digo todo, papi, te voy a enseñar negocio, aquí tú tienes dinero conmigo, quédate aquí. Yo le digo, you rich with me, I'm going to make you a millionaire. Yo le digo, right? No, papi, I got to learn how to do it on my own.
Sí, claro.
Qué bueno.
So I don't even get mad. I'm like, dale, show me. I'm going to watch you. I'm waiting. Yo estoy esperando because there's not a lot.
Bien, porque es independiente
Exact.
y no está contando con lo que tú vas a hacer por él. And that deserves another
it.
applause.
Yeah. That's a chance.
No,
chance.
Yeah.
Love you, boy.
And you have to let them desarrollarse, right? You have to let them develop themselves, right?
You have to let them
grow.
fly with their own.
I was mad,
Yes.
but then it made sense 5 minutes later. I'm like, that's the same thing I would tell you.
Yeah.
I'm like, get out of my way. I'm going to show you how to do it. Así mismo yo soy. Get out of my way. So I said,
How are you going to think he's going to be different?
No,
Not going to be no different. He'll be just like Papa.
I know.
Chip off the old block. Así mismo es. So that's a beautiful thing. So entonces, estamos acá. Entonces la compañía me dijiste que se llama.
Tiene mi nombre y dudé mucho en ponérselo, pero bueno, eso fue otra conversación que tuve. Hay un Alejandro el Grande, Alejandro Magno, su esposa se llama Roxana, que es una reina, y mi trabajo se enfoca. I'm sorry, I switched in Spanish.
No, it's okay. But you're talking about Alexander the Great.
Alexander the
His
Great.
wife was Roxana. Right.
Yes, and that's my name.
Wow.
So I wanted. Yes, because the first brand, when I was doing like all the colorful and pieces for youth and moms, it was like a very organic change. So it grew, and I had to rebrand and everything. And then, okay, how I'm going to name this baby? And
the baby,
because always like the ego thing is like, why I'm going to put my name? I don't necessarily want to be like the image of it, because it's like you can be a slave of it, and I love my freedom and etc. So after further thinking, I said, you know what, it's proper. Why not? Like, let's name it. You know, because the brand, honestly, it's me. It's how I understand the world and how I translate it, and how I would like to make it like contagious, you know.
That's awesome.
So
it evolved from the
it evolved from the colorful Latin, yes. Actually, we're in the Latin Heritage Month.
Yes, Latin Heritage Month. Yes, you're right. So those pieces, you should definitely do some claps for the Latin Heritage Month. Yes. So those pieces were more like Latin influence,
At the beginning, yes, because they were much more colorful, and I had like flowers and seeds. Every time I travel, I made a special effort on looking for special like materials from the land I was. Yeah. So, and then I mixed it up to do something different and like a statement piece. But the reason why of that brand was to really make proud these little girls, and those girls, of course, were growing. My daughter was growing, and everything, they were growing too.
Of course,
about their heritage, because there is nothing to feel ashamed.
Absolutely.
Nothing
about.
at all. Nothing. You're absolutely right. Nothing at all.
Yes, we are a beautiful mix of everything,
People, yes.
and we are a mix of
The
race,
whole world,
of religions,
the whole world. We are the world. Everyone is the world.
And we have to celebrate diversity. So that brand was like an ovation to that. This brand is more mature. It goes further back to history. I get inspiration from mythology, lots of it, and history too, nature. So it's once again, it's another like
Woven,
it's a mix, and the result it's I consider is like unique. So somehow people recognize it, and I feel so happy because
awesome.
Behind that there is lots of work and effort and love and dedication and intention.
There's a lot of detail too.
Yes.
What you do is a lot of detail.
Every time I see to design a piece, either they are one of a kind or very, very limited editions. Like they have 7, 8 pieces, because I'm a vintage lover. I collect vintage, maybe, I don't know, I think I have things from my bisabuela from 19.
Wow.
She was born in 1900, literalmente.
1900.
So I have things that have, yes, of course those are mine. I don't
That's your
incorporate
great grandmother, bisabuela, right?
Mi bisabuela, sí. La
Great-grandmother.
abuela de mi mamá.
But
Sí.
you get
Mi bisabuela.
you get energy from looking at.
Yeah, and it's so inspiring. And to me, working with vintage elements, it's really enriching because it kind of like transport me to the past, and I imagine who wore that, what were they were doing. I mean, it's like a fantasy in my own world.
It opens up a whole new,
But somehow all of that craziness translate to the piece, and when you see it, you can identify things like, oh, this is like Middle Eastern, but this is like, it's a mix.
Yeah.
Well,
That's beautiful.
But at the end, it's homogeneous.
Yeah.
¿Cuántos años ya tiene? How many years?
Mi edad.
No. Years of the company. We don't ask that.
Well,
age.
okay. Once again, my background is graphic, and I work as a professional designer, corporate, blah blah blah, for a bunch of years. And I was doing this like when I started with my daughter thing, it was just like a hobby, and then it became more serious. And then my back, I changed it. Maybe with Roxy Lynch, I guess maybe like 5 years.
Okay.
It was okay. This is not a hobby anymore. I really have to.
It's time to work.
Yes.
It's not fun no more. It's time to work. It is fun, but it's time to work.
I have worked always, even when it wasn't paying off.
Yeah.
But yes, and also I had to make sure I wasn't sacrificing my time as a mother for this, because my mom didn't have that opportunity. My mom had to work. Her pump is off, because I love my father, but unfortunately, he wasn't
home,
yes, we are like 7, like from different nests. So
wow.
From these nests, we were born like 3 kids, and my mom had to raise us basically, and she didn't have the opportunity I had. I could stay at home, my husband, it's your decision. It was my choice to say, I can just not be, like changing diapers all day. I'm going crazy. I have to go back.
You have to go get something. Go get fulfillment out of life. Mm-hmm.
Of course, because a woman is not just a mom. You have so many roles.
Yes. Right.
You are a woman. You are a woman always, but you are a professional. We are always givers.
You're evolving.
Givers. So we tend to take care of everyone, and we always put ourselves at the end.
Diana said that.
When there is nothing else, sometimes it's for us. So I have tried from a couple of years ago to now to be very conscious about it, because the thing is, if you are not well, you cannot give your all.
You can't give it back. Yes.
And you cannot give your best. So you have to nurture yourself.
Yep.
And it's not just self-love, it's also self-care. You have to be very intentional and very purposeful with everything you do. And I was very clear that at that moment, I wanted to take care of my daughter because I feel blessed. My mom didn't have that opportunity. I had it.
You wanted to
I was
experience
so grateful,
motherhood.
and I used, I took advantage of it.
Of course.
You want to experience motherhood.
Yeah.
Como
Yeah,
la
of course.
experiencia de
Yes,
madre,
los chamos crecen tan rápido
Yeah.
y ya después no se quieren ni tomar fotos.
They don't even want to hug
Ya
you.
no
Remember,
quiere.
they don't even want to hug you.
Sí,
Like,
que-
they go like,
Sí, que suéltame la mano, you're embarrassing me. No.
my son, don't, Daddy, drop me off over here. I drop him off at school. I'm sorry. He's
It's
like,
like, that's
but
fine.
drop me in the corner. Drop me. I'm like, yeah.
Aw.
You know what we driving? How am I drop you in the corner? Let me pull up a little bit. No, Papa, you're gonna embarrass me. I'm like, okay.
Like, don't kiss me. Like, ¿qué? Ni se te ocurra.
okay.
Yo me
No more
acuerdo.
kisses, Dad.
Hey, wow.
I
Okay,
remember
cool.
the first time when I had to, like, you know, for when they go from elementary to middle school, that, you know, you used to,
You
like,
used
walk with
to
them.
have
Mi mamá y que mi hija
the
y que...
peak. Yeah.
Esa fue la segunda vez que corté el cordón, ¿no?
Yeah.
Y la tercera vez, it was now when I dropped her on university,
Yeah,
like,
you're like, okay.
door, closed door, like... It's like she's on her own.
That's
you know?
it. Yeah, that's
But
it.
they never stop being our babies, right?
Never.
No matter how old they are. Because I tell my son all the time, I don't care.
Never.
You're 28, you're still my little boy.
No, tú nada.
I tell my daughter, you're 21, but you're still my little girl. I don't care.
My house, my rules.
Like, yeah, right, Dad. I'm not a little boy.
But see, that's what I would see how I look. Watch this. Funny. I say to the mothers of my child, so don't scream at them and don't hit them. First two rules.
Never.
Don't
It's not
scream.
necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, if see that was my psychology was different. Is you tell them they're kids, they're boys or girls like that, and you're putting them little instead of opening up their wings. You're an adult. You always make decisions around me. Okay, I got this. What are we gonna do? That's how it was different for me, and that's why, because nunca lo traté de to
This
put.
means them, yes, like if you were talking to them, you were on your knees.
No.
to get his level.
Oh, okay. You want to do this? Okay, let's do that. Okay, that's what you want to do. Whatever you wanted to do,
Always
hay que
support them.
hacerlo
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
what they want to do. And parents don't want to bring that energy. Like, okay, no, you can't afford it. You make it happen. We know you can't afford it. That's BS. You make it happen.
You can create your own
Your own
reality.
world,
You
yeah.
just need to believe it.
Exactly.
Yes, like, otra vez, por favor.
And
That
that's what I
deserves-
said. Por eso que le dije a la mujer
Sí.
que don't clip their wings, open their wings. So when they take off, they don't look back.
Let them fly.
Es
They
que-
let them fly.
Let them fly high.
Woof.
Yeah.
Exactly.
O sea, yo siempre le dije a mi hija, nunca permitas que nadie te diga que no puedes hacer
Sí.
algo. You just, really watch me. Y lo haces.
Yeah.
Pero you really have to feel it and be determined.
And the only one that can make you feel like that are your parents. If it doesn't come from your house,
I was going to
remember.
say, and you need to have a mother. a
Los
good mother.
amigos en la calle no te van. There's not too many people that inspire you in your group.
No, absolutely.
So I can say honest with yourself. It's only going to come from the house.
A good mother and a good
Only
father.
comes from
yeah.
now. And
They give you that.
otra cosa que yo oí real quick is that if your child is lazy, I heard somebody else talking about this. If your child is lazy, it's because you have lazy parents. So when parents want to drop their kid off with somebody else to play basketball or do anything, that's why your kid is lazy, because you're not putting in your time or your job to make sure.
Real
Well,
talk.
Real talk.
¿Cómo es que I agree to disagree?
Okay.
Because I don't know anyone more like hardworking than my husband. Y yo trabajo como una loca. Y mi hija es más floja. Yo la amo y la adoro, pero es flojísima. Now, what I think it happens is that, you know, when she's going to stop being lazy?
When it's
Now.
her responsibility.
Porque no va a tener a
Yeah,
nadie.
no,
ya.
mama, yeah. You got to throw out the trash. You got to
That's
go grocery
reality.
shopping. Ya tú
Just
sabes.
go and
You
do
get-
it.
Yeah.
Now
Exactly.
she's going to be faced with reality in
You-
the real world.
Si
Exactly.
tiene hambre, if you're hungry, you got to go feed yourself.
No, and
papa.
not only hungry. Not only
I
hungry.
want to watch from a corner. Like,
Not only hungry because the
She knows.
kids
She's
get hungry, they
laughing.
go get fast food or whatever.
Yeah,
They don't-
that's fine.
Not only
But
hungry,
you
but
gotta
when you
feed
gotta
yourself.
go, when you gotta go and wash your clothes.
Oh yeah, that's another
When you
story.
gotta
yeah.
go and do the dishes.
the dishes,
And
yes.
Oh,
Pay your bills.
man.
Clean,
All
like-
those little chores.
What's
Clean
this
your
one?
wash
house.
the bathroom.
What's this
Those
one?
are the chores that you're like,
Pay your
damn,
bills.
I don't got
Can't-
nobody to do this no more.
You got to pay
Mom's
your
not
bills.
there.
Remember paying
Yeah,
your bills
absolutely.
every month.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So-
when they are going to value
You can
all the
experience.
beautiful things they had when they were living with
Oh,
you.
yeah. Así me decía mi mamá, como me vas a extrañar cuando no me tenga.
Y tenía razón,
Oh,
sí,
my
¿verdad?
God. Oh, my God.
Bueno.
Y yo siempre cuando era joven, ay, ma, déjate de eso, porque déjate estar hablando de eso. You know, because you never want to think about it, right? You're always like in denial about it. No. Ay, ma, stop.
Pero life teaches you.
You're going to be here forever, ma. Yeah, man, I miss you like crazy. Been almost 20 years already.
Wow.
Yeah, como la extraño.
She's sending you still love and protecting you. And
Yeah, no, she's always here. And my dad, too, you know, we were very close. So I think about them all the time.
well, you are honoring them.
Yeah.
You are a good man.
Thank you. Thank you, gracias. Thank you. But yeah, man. Champ, are we getting into the smoke versus fuego? Fuego versus smoke?
We got a couple of minutes.
Yeah?
Small. Oh, I don't.
This is es un segment. No, es un segment. Fuego Talk is the podcast. Es un segment que estamos haciendo que es bien rápido. Bueno, siempre decimos que es bien rápido, pero siempre nos demoramos. So te tiramos un person, place or thing. Y entonces tú dices, if you like it, it's fuego. And if you don't like it, smoke. You got smoke.
Pero que me dicen algo, yo digo smoke or fire.
Exacto.
Sí, exacto.
¿Lo digo en español o en inglés?
Fuego is good, and then smoke is not good.
A mí me gusta como tú dices fire.
Yeah, fire.
Fire.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
But yeah, but that's basically what it is. So yo te pregunto, por ejemplo, Joe Biden. Entonces tú me dejas saber if
Smoke.
But
She
said it perfect.
But if you say Donald Trump, I'll say the same. Smoke.
Yeah, so the same for Trump too.
She said Biden. Hold on, let me hit it one more time.
Like, no politics.
Sleepy Joe.
Fuego.
No politics.
Fuego.
No politics, so then what?
Fuego, that is fire.
What about defund the police? No, right? No.
No, that's smoke.
That's smoke, yeah. That's not good.
No.
That's not good. Yeah.
They need to defund it.
No, because I know a lot of Venezuelans that are like, no, they should defund the police.
Well,
I'm like,
that's
what the?
different. That's because in Venezuela they don't protect you. You are criminals.
Yeah, they're criminals too, right?
With
the
a
gun.
uniform. Yeah.
protecting
I
you.
mean, 90% of them.
I get it.
They're protecting the people that's
But
extracting
here I
the
have
oil.
had good experience with the police force.
Yeah.
Actually, I was called to be a part of a juror.
Oh, really?
A terrifying thing.
A jury?
Because,
Part of a jury?
yes,
Okay.
because you see like a criminal with, like this distance and you're like,
Yeah.
it was
So
frightening.
did you get to serve on the jury?
I spent 2 days and then they discarded me. Yo,
Oh,
gracias,
okay, good.
gracias,
Good,
gracias.
good.
Yeah, it
Because a
was-
veces cuando te cogen, then you're stuck there for the whole
Sí.
trial.
But it's so funny because the questions they ask, like, do you believe in the police? No, and I carry my gun, I have my permit. Eso es lo que yo tengo que decir para que me descarten.
Yeah.
Vete para tu casa.
Yeah, if you say that, they get rid of you right away. Yeah.
No, I just actually shared my experience with the Venezuelan police force, and then maybe they
that's
didn't
it.
like it. I'm like, okay, but it's true. I didn't say anything that
didn't
wasn't
say a
true.
lie.
At least I was talking from my own
Your
experience.
experience, yeah.
Exactly.
I respect that. You can respect that, right?
No,
What do you got, Champ? You got something for it?
New York. How do you feel about New York City?
Oh,
Fire or smoke?
fire!
Fire. I had to. I
Sí,
don't
mira,
know.
ellos con tanto frío y yo con tanto fuego.
Yeah.
You see, I needed that.
Shouts out to New York,
I'm
man.
going to
We
the
love
cold.
y'all.
We're going to cold now. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's very cold in New
We're going
York.
to cold. Yeah, everybody's got 2 jackets on.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, bueno. What about San Francisco?
Super fire.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You still
like-
love it? Yeah?
I love it.
Yeah?
It has
I'll go.
changed a lot
Yeah.
over the 20 years. And you see things you don't want to see on the street.
Oh, it's
But
happening. It's happening.
It's part of
the life,
everything. Yeah. But I love
loved it. I love San Francisco too.
La
I love it.
hija de usted, ¿dónde está? En
Mi
California.
nena está en Santa Clara.
Oh,
La aceptaron
cool.
en la
Yeah,
Universidad de San Francisco también, pero mi esposo y yo nos conocimos allá. Entonces ella tenía ese sueño. Pero
go
le dije,
around
mamita, no es lo mismo. O sea,
Yeah.
San Francisco no es el mismo San
They said
Francisco de
that
cuando
you
mami y
guys-
daddy.
yeah,
Entonces
yeah.
está en Santa Clara.
Okay, cool.
Santa Clara is better, right? It's like more towards LA, right? More in the middle?
Sí, está al ladito de San José.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
crazy.
so it's
yeah.
okay. So it is up in the Bay.
Yeah, and it's
Northern
beautiful,
California.
nature is.
No, San Jose is way different than San Francisco.
That's where my friends are. Le iba a preguntar, Nike shoe brand. How do you feel about Nike? Smoke or fuego?
Fuego.
Okay, Nike.
Nike,
Okay.
Yeah.
like Nike, yeah.
¿Tú te pones tenis? You wear a lot of sneakers?
Bueno, estos son my version, like, I mean,
Okay.
I actually
Those are
was
cool.
going to bring
Yeah, yeah.
some, but it said these are cooler for today.
Those are cool.
But yeah,
It looks
and
spacey,
actually-
spacewalking.
Yeah, actually, this summer I traveled and did lots of walk, and I'm like I never ever used
Comfortable shoes?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Comfortable shoes? Oh, the
I'm
Dr.
always
Scholl's, the pad underneath?
yeah. The thing is, I am always like in boots, like in Westerns boots. And then because I was salsera, I dance.
Really?
So they are more slippery and they're more comfortable
Yeah,
to
yeah.
dance.
Like cowboy boots?
Sí,
Yeah.
Really?
son lo más que son lo más.
Really?
O sea, porque son lisitas y das
Kick,
vueltas
yeah,
y
they kick.
spines, me encanta. Y me encantan las botas. O sea, yo soy la única loca que en Miami en verano anda con unas botas. Me encanta.
So do you go do the square dancing thing and all that stuff?
Claro que
Are you
sí.
serious? You like
Sí,
all that
en
stuff?
serio. De la
Wow.
rueda casino, todo.
That's old school. They do that over
Así
there.
conocí a
That's
mi
what I'm saying.
esposa. Así
Oh,
conocí a
really?
mi negro bailando, claro.
Oh, I
Yo
didn't know
que
that.
me sacó a bailar y yo, claro que es.
Que can't call me
Beautiful,
that. She's hilarious.
¿Cómo te digo que no?
She loves it.
That's
Beautiful.
Awesome. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, Roxana, we're running out of time, but it was a pleasure having you. I wanted to see, can you let everybody know where they can follow you and where they get to get these awesome pieces if they want to get them?
Oh, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, total. Super fun being here. Sorry. Yes, my name is Roxana Lynch. You can find all my work, and the website is www.roxlynch.com with Y. My Instagram is @roxlynch. And you can always WhatsApp me, of course, and call me on the phone.
WhatsApp.
I'm very easy, yes. Like, just call me. There are not like a zillion people behind me. It's just me, these two hands. My mom helps too, but it's I keep it very,
it's a family operation.
Yes.
It's very
beautiful
close,
thing.
right here. Pam, pam.
Exactly.
I love
it's a beautiful thing, man. Thank you so much for coming by,
thank you,
Roxy.
Roxy.
Roxy Lynch in the building with us. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you so much. God bless you. And you already know what it is, man. You be the underboss. My partner, Hurricane Joe Easy. Shouts to Mark the Shooter. Eunice, the Virgo Goddess in the building. The whole Fuego family. Roxy Lynch. And we out, y'all. Stay tuned for the next one.
Oh, my goodness. I love this.